And so here Daniel was, realizing that for him to do that was going to be something that was basically being unfaithful to his God and was to be a compromise. You see, Daniel, every hill wasn't a battle to be fought on, but this was a hill to be fought on. And I don't want to be unfaithful to my God. And so he purposed in his heart. It was a matter of the heart. Faith is a matter of the heart. You've got to have it in your heart. If you're going to, Larry Osborne, he has a book called Thriving in Babylon. He said you don't only survive in Babylon. He's talking about this chapter here. You not only survive in Babylon, but you thrive. If you're going to thrive in this new world in which we live, you're going to have a heartfelt faith. That's the only kind of faith that will prevail and thrive. When I pastored my seminary days, we had a kid, had this older man, Bill Sullivan, his wife, Miss Fanny, who took us out to lunch before I was called to pastor the church. And he was one of those old World War I vets, little old beady eyes, very few teeth. Fought in the Korean War, wanted to go to Vietnam, and they told him he was too old. Been shot in a robbery. He just one of them old crusty men, and you kind of sitting there trying to figure this guy out. And he looks at me, preaching. He says, "Preacher, I got one question." I said, "What's that, Bill?" He said, "Do you believe in a heartfelt religion?" And I thought, what in the world is a heartfelt religion? And here I am wanting to get called to this church, and if I answer this question right, what way is it supposed to go? And so I thought, well, I'll just be honest. I said, "Bill, I don't know what you mean by that, unless you mean that you have to have a living personal relationship with Jesus Christ in which you've been born again of God's Spirit." He said, "That's what I mean, preacher. You're going to be all right." So I got called to that church, and I pastored it for 2.5 years. And I want to ask you this morning, do you have a heartfelt religion? Is it in the heart? Have you given your heart completely to Jesus Christ, the one who died on the cross for your sins, the one who's going to come back and take you into his eternal kingdom? Have you a heartfelt faith in him? Is your faith of the heart? If it's of the heart, you can thrive in the new world that we find ourselves in.